everybody.
Hey, Darla. I see. Well, she
Hi,
commented. Maybe she's
Darla.
not doing that.
She could have just put that there.
Right. Yep. So it's
Alright.
funny. Tanner came home Monday night.
Okay.
And I'm like, so do you have plans for the weekend? Figuring he was going to have all of these plans. Like, well, just something on Friday night. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So Tuesday night he went out with friends. He's gone now with friends. It's like, yeah, that Friday night only thing is clearly not the case.
Yeah. Um, I'm trying to fix, like, I don't know. Hmm.
Welcome in, friends that
'Cause
are
I
joining
guess
us.
if we're on, like, and it said for tomorrow, it doesn't. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris, how are you? Did you just do something?
What just happened?
I don't know. Something happened. I echoed.
You're echoing?
I did, but now I'm not. Better now.
Okay. Hi, DJ
Hey, Jay.
Bill. Okay. What's happening? I
Nothing's
can hear
happening.
everything. I can hear feedback on everything.
Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Lamons. Hey, Lori. Hello, Diane. I have no feedback, no issues on my end. Hey, Cece. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Fulvio. Welcome in. Happy UK Thanksgiving. Hello, James.
I can't talk. Let's see.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, let me make sure I don't talk back. Okay.
Lori, that would be
No,
awesome.
there's like a delay, and everything that I say comes back on my, like, there's like a 15-second delay, and then I hear all the words that we're talking.
It's like you're
It's
in
only
an.
for me, you guys.
Okay.
Okay, I can't do this. I'm gonna close out and I'm gonna come back and we'll see if we do this again.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks for being a member, DJ Bill. Thank you. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I know, right? It sounds like I have another tab open. Hold on.
Brad, question: do you have Pepto? um, I don't have it with me right now, but I have some downstairs. Yes. In
Hi.
the kitchen. Hello there. Welcome back.
Let's see. That's exactly what it sounded like, Brad. Is like another tab was open, but I don't have another tab open. It's completely fine now. Whew, I could not do that.
That's good. So,
Okay.
Laura, you seriously have a sweatshirt with Christmas pickles? I can't wait to see that. Hey, Gary, working on your
Hi,
resume. You
Gary.
don't want Janelle and I to help with that. That's for sure.
No. Hi, Brad.
It was a Fiserv joke. Oh, Brad, aren't you clever? You know
Um,
Fiserv, Brad?
um, Brad, the tech guy. Yes.
Thank you, Darla. I appreciate
Hi,
that.
Tina. Hi, Darla. Yeah, it's this guy's birthday. I almost put it in the title.
Oh, that would have been nice. I know everything. um, so Brad, I used to work. Well, the company that I worked for 20 years was called First Data. That was purchased by
Hi,
Fiserv
Tina Michelle.
about 5 years ago. So now I'm a Fiserv employee.
Hi, Bree.
Uh,
Bree.
thanks, Laura. Hi, Brave.
I'm going. I'm leaving.
Okay. Hey, Team
I
Michelle, how
just
are you?
Hi, Michelle.
Thank you, Len. I appreciate that. Yeah, Tina, I don't think we can get through one
Hi, Lynn.
live without that emoji getting posted somewhere.
Hi, Unicorns.
Hey, Unicorns. So, Brad, you know First Data as well? I mean, I know First Data has facilities down in Coral Springs. Well, it's not Fiserv, but Coral Springs. That's crazy. Thanks for that, Brave. I appreciate those wonderful emojis that my great friend Amanda came up with.
Hi, Brene.
Not Amanda.
3,000. I don't know. I'm just crazy over here. Maybe there's a
You're
bug,
like doing
maybe
all,
there's
yeah, I'm
not.
like wax on, wax off. What are you doing? Oh, okay, that's cool, Brad. I didn't know that. It was more fun talking about whatever we talked about on Triceratops Spin than to talk about First Data.
All
I,
right.
Bernadette, that's a good question. I have no idea.
Am I okay?
uh, Brad, you're looking at
Maybe.
the Fiserv merch that I have.
Maybe, maybe not. Hi, Fulvio. Yes,
Um,
Thanksgiving and a birthday.
yes, I was actually born on Thanksgiving Day. Next year it will fall on Thanksgiving again. I think it happens about every, I don't know, 6, 7 years, something like that. So since that was mentioned, I think I said earlier in our mod chat that I had a funny story to share. And so, born on Thanksgiving Day, um, when I was a little kid, I swore up and down and told everybody who we'd ever get a conversation about me on being born on Thanksgiving that I ate my mom's Thanksgiving dinner in the hospital. I believed it with all of my heart, every fiber in me as a little kid. That's what I believed. As I got older, what I understood was that the story my mom told people was that I kept her from eating her Thanksgiving dinner because she was, delivering me, having going into childbirth. Not that I ate her dinner, just that I kept her from eating it. So I was heartbroken once I learned that I actually didn't eat her Thanksgiving dinner that day. Yep. And after they had me, they were like, you know what? That's enough. We're not having any more kids. Gary,
Right,
I saw your
right,
comment.
Brad?
Gary, I saw your comment a little bit ago. He said if he takes a job with the CDC, is he going to be a disliked person? Um, so let's see. Do I want to give you the honest, considerate, kind answer or my smarty pants answer? The kind answer would be we care about people for who they are, not for where they work. No, Stitch, no one on this planet said pickle juice. No one ever. Brad, so my smarty pants answer for Gary was going to be, wait, you assume that we like you now? uh, oh, if I give you an answer, be ready for backlash.
Hi, Kristen.
Um, no, Gary, seriously. I mean, my first answer was from the heart. We care about people for who they are, not for where they work. Hey,
Exactly.
Kristen. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Hey, Amber. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good Lord Almighty.
I'm not
I,
okay.
I felt like Janelle was jumping through the screen at me. But camera
Okay.
said,
I don't know. Maybe we'll stay still.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, Brave, that is a very nice shirt Janelle's wearing.
I wore it in honor of the birthday boy.
uh, nice.
Okay. We're not touching
Mm.
anything. I had to move stuff around. I'm charging my phone. The cord's hanging off. That's probably half the other problem.
Yeah, I
So,
gotcha. So Gary, um, if you haven't figured out with me, I wear my emotions on my sleeve. So my God's honest answer to you was that, but I'm always a smarty, and always have some smart aleck
how my
question.
family fun spot.
Hey, fun spot. How are you? Okay, the meet and greet for next year is November 13th through the 15th. Our host resort will be All Star Movies. Certainly don't have to stay there, but that's where we're going to host for next year. So probably we get into January, we'll get the registration form I'll get it to Janelle and she can send it out, and we can start our planning. I think we talked about maybe doing a Christmas stroll at Disney Springs one of the nights. Probably be a Mickey's Very Merry Christmas party in that Friday night that we could go to, which would be a lot of fun. Brad has a Disney question. Can we see the new
Yeah.
Loungefly?
What Loungefly? I mean, there's
Well,
one. Now, I have new Loungeflies that Tim hung up, and they're not mine, and I can't say whose they are right now because they could be watching.
well, I was going to say clearly he's not asking me for my new Loungeflies.
My family fun spot. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you feel
Yes,
better.
absolutely.
Um,
But if you, hopefully you feel better, and if you do, that's what we want. But don't overdo it tomorrow with Thanksgiving
yeah,
dinner. Either way,
yeah.
uh, bar crawl, Brad, that could probably work for some folks. Um, you mentioned monorail. My plan on that Friday is to go resort hopping and see the Christmas stuff, see the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian, and other Christmas decor at some of the resorts, because as we all know, Janelle is always right.
No comment.
Uh,
Um, do we have questions for tonight?
yeah, I've got a few
Hi,
here.
Chris Believer.
Gary, if you get sick for taking a job at the CDC, I don't know that we can help you there. I, fun spot, I know. I'm going to go to bed tonight knowing that I'm going to overeat for the next 4 days straight, and nothing's going to stop me until Sunday night when I just feel horrible, and then I got to go to work on Monday. Yeah.
Did you do anything fun for your birthday today?
Uh, I worked,
Okay.
and
I said fun.
I had a
Okay.
doctor's appointment,
Yeah. Extra
and
fun.
then I came home and I made dinner.
Extra,
So
extra fun.
here's the fun. Here's the fun of the night. What's for dinner tomorrow is Darla's question.
Oh, normally food. Gary. Okay. What's for dinner tomorrow is my question. All right, Mike, what are you going to have? And then I'll say what we're having.
All right. First, Lori, thank you. Appreciate that. Um, Brad is having McDonald's for dinner
McDonald's.
tomorrow, chicken nuggies. I'm sure that they actually shape those to resemble turkeys on Thanksgiving. I think I read that somewhere.
Hi,
So
Beatrice.
we go to my parents' house for the holidays. So for Thanksgiving, we'll go over there tomorrow morning, and we will have breakfast. Mom will probably have bacon and eggs and hash browns and toast, and maybe even pancakes too. And then she'll do both a turkey and a ham for dinner. We'll have mashed potatoes and gravy and green bean casserole and salad and rolls and probably a couple other things. And then our desserts will be pumpkin pie and cheesecake.
Okay. Well, we'll start off the morning with breakfast. I think we're having pancakes and bacon. Um, so um we'll do that, and then I hope that it's enough to get us over to our turkey. Tim's gonna smoke a turkey, and then we'll just have mashed potatoes, stuffing, carrots, and then our real traditional dessert is Oreo Oreo trifle.
Nice, nice.
Hi,
Brave.
Tasha.
So Brave for
Hi,
me.
Bubba.
When we have dinner, most of my plate is consumed by mashed potatoes and gravy. I actually eat very little turkey for the dinner. I prefer the turkey to be left over for sandwiches throughout the weekend.
Me too. So I wanted my own turkey. Like I want turkey. I want leftover.
Oh, that's funny. I remember
Leftover.
the first year my mom said, instead of doing a whole turkey, I'm going to just do a turkey breast. I'm like in my mind panicking. Oh my God, there's not going to be enough. There's not going to be enough. Well, I should know better with my mom. She always makes more than enough food.
Yeah, turkey
That's pretty cool,
sandwiches
Lori.
are the best. Hi, Bubba.
Yep, I've been exercising leading up to tomorrow. And what I mean by that is I've been ensuring that my stretchy pants are really stretchy. So I've been getting a little upper body, exercise and stretching those pants out.
Diane, I love that.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. Well, happy Thanksgiving, Bubba. No, Brad, I did not say eggs are a side unless they are outside with the pickles. They can go outside. That's about it. Now, I may have said we have bacon and eggs for breakfast. That's a different thing, right? Scrambled eggs or fried eggs. I'm down for that, but none of this egg salad stuff and pickles and all that crazy talk. Can't do that.
All
Okay.
right.
I think we're
So what
caught
are
up with comments and stuff.
Yep.
Okay. So, CW, are you still with us, Chris? Oh, yeah, Lori, the mental game is important.
Yes, it 100%.
No, it was exercise, not eggs or sides. Yeah, we starve until the bird. Okay, so Chris asked us, what are the Disney Broadway shows during the Festival of the Arts? And so there's a Broadway concert series that takes
Oh yeah.
place during Festival of the Arts. And he would like to know what are the Disney Broadway shows for next year's Festival of the Arts.
Okay.
Did you want to show us your notes?
I gotta go find them. Hold
Quick, Tim, write this down.
on.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay. I eat one meal a day. Man, Gary. Whew. Actually, you know what? I used to do the same thing. Um, okay. So these are the Disney Broadway concert series movies
Excellent.
that are a part of the 2025 Festival of the Arts. There will be songs performed from Frozen, from Lion King, from Aladdin, from Tarzan, from Mary Poppins, and from Newsies. Please hold while we locate the scribbles. Mhm. Well, Gary, I never lost weight eating just one meal a day. I know that. Chris, does that answer your question? Do you have any follow ups on that?
All right. I mean,
Thanks, Jules. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
yes, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Bubba wants to know our favorite parks to go to and why, and what are you most looking forward to next year? Which
Um,
question do you want to answer first? The parks and why, or what are you looking forward to next
I
year?
mean, I can answer all of it. Favorite park, all of them, but I'll say Magic Kingdom because it has the most. We have parades, we have fireworks, and what am I looking forward to next year? The nighttime parade. Hi, the VBs.
So if we look at the things that are happening for next year, the nighttime parade at Magic Kingdom that Janelle just mentioned, the Little Mermaid musical is going to open at Hollywood Studios. The Villain show at Hollywood Studios that's replacing the Racing Academy is scheduled to open sometime next year. Test Track is reopening at Epcot next year. I think the new bar across from Spaceship Earth and the new one across from Pirates of the Caribbean is supposed to open next year as well. But clearly, the parade I think has got to be the uh, the big one that most people are looking forward to. Yeah, Lori,
I know.
Test Track's such a classic ride. I love that.
Yesterday when I went by it, Lori, we need to ride the monorail and just so y'all can see the outside. but like the whole entrance is just it's going to be a whole new entrance, which is going to be cool. And I mean, like, it's just torn up. It's dirt. They've changed the doors and all that. So can't get enough of the Festival of Fantasy Parade. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So my
Diane,
answer,
me too.
yeah, my answer to the question about which park, I think Janelle's answer is probably spot on. Magic Kingdom offers the most rides, the most attractions when it comes to stage show and the parade and the fireworks.
Hey, Joe.
So it just provides more. Plus the fact that it's in my mind, it's the most nostalgic park, right? That when you think Disney, you think of the castle more often than not. So I
Yeah.
think that would probably be the park. Wolf wants to know, how do you feel about Muppets changing Aerosmith and losing Muppets 3D? I'm going to need a moment.
Okay. Well, I'll talk. Um, hey, it's gonna happen whether we want it to or not.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim. But I love the idea of them changing the whole Aerosmith and bringing the Muppets. I think it's a great way to bring keep the Muppets going for a really long time. Um, I wish that they weren't getting rid of Muppets 3D, and I wish they could move it somewhere else. But more than likely they won't, and there will be some nod to them somewhere. And but we just gotta roll with it. Gotta roll with it.
Um, I I'm excited about the change to the roller coaster ride. Partly because I frankly have gotten exhausted over the last 3 years of the are
Yeah,
they, aren't they, are they, aren't
yeah,
they? They lost the contract with Aerosmith, this, that, and the other. So I'm happy that that's just going to be done. Um, there's the sentimental side of me that is saddened that 3D is being closed down because that was Jim Henson's last work before he
yep,
passed. So there's a lot of sentimental value there. It's probably unlikely, but I would love to see them resurrect that in the theater that has the Racing Academy right now. Put it right next to the roller coaster that's going to be Muppets. Um, and then all of that really ties in nicely for Jollywood with Kermit and Miss Piggy in the show there. You're freezing and popping on my end. You're right, Darla. Muppets could be moved anywhere. Am I frozen? Everybody else? Yeah, I think I watched a story the other day about some I'll say theories as to why they've decided to put Monsters Inc. land where they're going to, and it's once they closed down the streets of New York and did all of that for Galaxy's Edge. There's only one way in and out of that Muppets whole area there, and so it's really constricted the availability for people to walk through those areas and see some of the
right.
things. And I think that's they kind of hung themselves. Um, Gary, I appreciate that. He says that I'm good and Janelle is goofy. Oh no, has a goofy connection. I'm sorry, misread that. Got to clean my glasses apparently. Amber, thank you. I appreciate that. You're fine as well.
Right,
So it's uh, I they did this with Dinosaur over in Animal Kingdom. I wish when they make these announcements, just tell me right now what the date is for closure. Don't tell
right,
me you still have time to ride, because having time to ride is great if you're local or you have a trip there in the next 30 days. But if you're debating on when to go and you knew that it was going to be open until July, that gives you more time to plan a trip. Uh,
right.
Lynn, you are spot on. That whenever we have this conversation about what's the one thing you wish they would bring back of all of Disney, all of the rides, attractions, shows, Osborne Family Lights for me is absolutely the one thing. If they could bring that back, I'd take that in a heartbeat. Absolutely.
All right. Do we have any other questions?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Let's see here. Is Cece still on? We'll jump to hers real quick. I know she was on. Cece, are you still on? You had two questions that you asked.
When do they come out with the dinosaur going extinct again? T-shirts. Disney sleeps on these opportunities.
Yeah. Yes. Gary, we hope you come and join us for Dreamstream in November, and I hope that all of the things that you're hoping to be able to do are still operating in March when you're there. Okay. Cece is here.
Okay.
Her first question was tips for what to do with her event wristband as a keepsake. Or
That's a
whether
really good question.
absolutely.
I mean, does anybody have any ideas? I bet you there's like something cute on Etsy or I don't know. I keep mine in a box. But
So
mine also look like this. I because only do they rarely come off perfectly, so you have to cut them.
one suggestion would be you think about like the glass ball Christmas ornaments with the little
Oh yeah,
top and a loop. Use that as the ribbon to hang that ornament on your tree would be a good suggestion. If you're into scrapbooking at all, you could obviously use that wristband on a scrapbook page. Shadow box. Yep. Hey Tasha.
hi Tasha.
But I really like the Christmas ornament idea, using that as your ribbon or string to hang a some form of a Christmas ornament. Heck, you could probably order a Disney Christmas ornament if you wanted to, and then replace the string
Yeah,
with the band. That would absolutely work too. Okay, and Cece's other question that she snuck in a little while ago, that fortunately I looked, was do characters enjoy it when someone does an impression of them while they're doing the meet and greet?
sure.
You think so?
I think they're gonna like whatever you do. Do you? I
So
don't know.
I think that, well, they will always give the perception of their
Yeah.
whatever, right? My gut tells me that at the end of a day, I don't pick your favorite character. It's probably like, oh, great, another one trying to impersonate me. In their mind, that's probably what they're thinking.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, you're never gonna know that.
No, you wouldn't. Now, I mean, I suppose it also depends upon the character. Because as I was thinking about this, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking of is walking up and impersonating Chewbacca.
Brad, you can
Um,
impersonate him. It's not hard. You just have to be like, I hate pickles.
oh, your favorite character is Mike. I see.
Hi, Alex.
Wow, Brad. Captain Hook, that's cool. Uh, Amber, I don't hear any
I
feedback.
know. Amber, are you at the beginning of the live?
Yeah, we'll have to teach her about that live button someday. Looky, it's a Wookie. There you go. Now, ideally, you're going to walk in with a Wookie cookie from over in the Backlot Express.
I love that, Gary. See, Gary says he did a Stitch voice and he ended up with a milkshake as pixie dust.
Ooh, who put that milk? Who put the milkshake on your head?
As pixie dust? What are you talking about?
He ended up with a milkshake.
As
Like
pixie
pixie dust.
dust.
I'm envisioning them pixie dusting your head. And
Oh, got
is
it.
he saying that he had milkshake on his head? Uh, A- Amber, 25 minutes behind us there, sweetie.
Okay. Do you have oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Look, I'm gonna message her. Hold on.
Can you send
Where?
her the message 30 minutes ago?
Oh my goodness. All right, Amber.
So, okay, so Brad, in other words, what you're saying is only today will you give me a hard time. Is that, did I capture that right? Brad, in other words, what you're, they don't need to hear me twice.
I
Half of them
know.
don't want to hear me once.
And I'm just gonna say this because I have a message from Michelle and Emma. They just sent me a picture because their family is all at the house, and they just sent me a photo, and it's them in the bathroom, and it just says hiding in the bathroom like a boss.
uh, okay. Good, Brad. I
Amber says,
appreciate that.
"Listen, I have no idea what I'm doing. You gave me a wrench." Hi, Amber. Hopefully, you're up to speed with us.
I'm, your hair looks nice. uh, oh, hey, now, Stitch, we don't need any of that kind of bad talk. One day is more than enough. Maybe I'll give you 2 days on leap year since there's an extra day.
Hi, Bushcraft.
Yeah, Gary.
So shout
That's
out
funny.
to all of you guys having family over right now.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to go back to Cece's question, and hopefully, Cece, you're still with us. She asked about whether characters enjoy if you do an impression. I believe Cece was just down there. So, Cece, did you do any impressions? First off, and who was your favorite character that you did get to do a meet and greet with? Um, Stitch, there's always plenty of time. I'll give you my address now. It's 123 Main Street, Timbuktu Lane. The end. So, Cece, are you still with us? No, Brad, no. I mean, do you want me over for the holidays and watch me get sick?
He's not going to get sick, Brad. We've all seen it. He doesn't get sick.
Well, now he's piling on deviled eggs with the dill stuff. I mean, come on now.
Deviled eggs are delicious.
One agonizing thing is more than enough. Plus, we got to make sure that you have an ample supply of Beverly.
Hi,
Uh,
Murray.
Thank you, Murray. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Cece, are you still with us? I hope we didn't scare her away. I'm going to do pure pans. I'm not sure what that is. Deviled eggs are only the best when they're fresh out of the fridge. I I'll take your word for it, Brad. I will take your word for it. Um, all right, so Cece's not coming back to us. I was curious
Okay.
to know if she tried to do an impression, and I know she's asked several questions of us over the last few months about character meet and greet. So I was interested in who she got to meet and who was her favorite. So anyway, next on our question list is Shelby J
Okay.
asked for tips for long wait times. So ride wait times, you're in line for 45 minutes or whatever. Tips for essentially passing the time while you're in those wait times.
Okay. Start a live stream and talk to everybody.
Okay, that was not on my bingo card.
That's not on there. Play headbands, head. I'm over here. The game on your phone.
Yep. And
Um,
it only works if you do the sound effects like that too.
and then yeah, um, bring a book.
Yeah, I bring a book was not on my list. Not at all.
Um, Okay, not a book. Okay. I don't know. That's about all I got.
Wow. Okay.
Hi, Project Loop. Go
So,
on the
hey,
app.
Project Loop, howdy. Um, you could try to find hidden Mickeys while you're in line.
Yeah.
You could get on your phone and do the Disney Play app. They have different games and things on there that you can do. Um, Depending on what line you're in, there might be some interactive things to do. You think about Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Winnie the Pooh, for instance. One of my favorites is you can people watch. That's always entertaining. Entertaining, not only
Watch.
the people, but some of their Disney stuff is fun. If you're a map person, map person, you can review maps. You can look at different schedules on your My Disney Experience app to make sure you know when
Right.
shows are happening or what have you. Take pictures while you're standing in line. Um, Eat snacks. If you brought snacks with you, you can have some snacks. I have two left. Um, Breathe and relax. Park's stressful day, exhausting day, so try to breathe and relax. But I left the last one as my number one tip.
Okay. Happy
And
Thanksgiving, George.
I know without a shadow of a doubt, Janelle will support this idea.
Oh gosh.
The number one thing to do while you're waiting in long lines is to listen to Park Life Podcast.
Oh, 100%. And just bring your earbuds, pop it in, and you'll have all advice you need for whatever's going on in Disney.
Brad, Disney popcorn is outstanding. It always tastes better to me when it's time to sit down and watch the parade, though.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know what
agree.
it is. Uh, Wolf, annoy your bestie in line. Call the IG chat accidentally. Yes. You can always complain, Darla. That is true. Cast members truly love when you do that. Wink, wink.
Diane, I agree. There are tons of things hidden in plain sight.
Yep.
So,
Well,
yeah,
there's so many. I mean, there's just so much to do and see there anyway that those are sometimes some of the best times to look around.
yeah,
'Cause if you're just walking past, pick your favorite ride, just walking past to go somewhere else, you're focused on getting to that somewhere else. Whereas if you're in
yeah.
line for that ride and look around, you may see some things that you didn't realize were around there.
Talk to your family. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's a great one, Lynn.
absolutely. You're very,
I
very
mean, you
true.
can figure out what you're going to be doing next, make reservations. I mean,
Yep.
I,
VB, absolutely. Talk to the
yeah,
cast members. Love that one. So there's a lot of stuff you could do. Um, Clearly, I think the intent there is to try to keep your mind busy or preoccupied so that it doesn't
yeah,
feel like you're standing in line for 30 minutes or however long.
yes,
Um, so, Gary, don't talk to your family in line. Talk to the people behind you. That's one of our favorite things to do is to strike up a conversation with
yeah,
the people behind us, find out where they're from, and is it their first time to Disney, and all those sorts of different things. And you
yeah,
usually have some really good conversations. I don't know why it is, but I think it feels like our last half a dozen trips, we would see a couple or a family at our resort, and then we'd see them like six more times through the trip. This last time when we went down for Dreamstream, our flight, let me think, I think we flew to Chicago and then Chicago to Orlando. But regardless of where it was, the people that sat in the same row as us from wherever to Orlando, going to Disney, start chatting with them, and lo and behold, they were also staying at Pop Century. And you get off the plane at MCO in Orlando, and there's people everywhere. And so you go this way, that way, go get our luggage. Um, we hop in our Uber, get to the resort, and boom, there's that family waiting in line to check in. So it's fun to do that sort of stuff.
um, brave. I do love your singing, and I love your voice notes, and Tim loves them. We absolutely love them. And George, I have no idea if the Rays could move to Orlando. I don't know. Um, and I
Um,
would say too that if you do start chatting with somebody in line with you, like the time goes by so quickly. like,
It
so
does.
quickly. You just keep moving and chatting and, yeah, it goes by so quick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. And if you've got kids with you and they've got kids, it's fun to watch them interact, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden they have a best little buddy at Disney.
Hi, Kate.
Hi, Kate. Welcome in. And Orlando needs another thing to do. Yeah. So that question about the Rays moving to Orlando, I know that I think they're going to use. Are they using Yankees spring training for next year? I think for their home games or something like that. I thought that they were planning on building a brand new stadium in Tampa, but I could
Right.
be wrong.
Um, I love that, Tasha. Yeah, it's so awesome to meet cast members that are from where you are from. So,
Yep, absolutely. Janelle met one at Pop Century about a year
yep,
ago.
yep. So,
All right, so that was Shelby's question about long lines, which I think is a really fun question.
yeah.
Um, Mets fan Michael asked, "What is the new rope drop strategy with Tron open? Assuming that I do not have lightning lanes, assuming that I stay on property, do you do Tron? Do you do Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, or do you do Peter Pan first and then what?"
I mean, I feel like you do what I would go with. What's the top of your list? If Tron is top of your list, I would go straight over to Tron and knock it out.
There's a caveat to that though.
Okay.
Tron does not open 30 minutes early for resort guests like the rest of Tomorrowland.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. If your thought was, hey, I'm staying on
Sure.
property, I get a 30-minute head start on non resort guests. You can do everything else in Tomorrowland and Fantasyland, but you cannot do Tron. So you would be getting in line for a 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Ride
So then,
opening.
yeah, I would go to Peter Pan and then I would head over there and get in line.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to, well, like Janelle said, what's most important to you? If Tron is most important, then go there,
Yeah.
get in line. Just know that when you get in line at 8:30 or 8:35 or whatever,
Yeah.
it's not going to move for a little bit. But then you'll be on the ride pretty quick. Um, if the three are equal, for my money, I would probably go do Peter Pan, because more than likely you'll have time to get on Pan, off Pan,
Yeah.
do Small World before Liberty Town or Liberty Square and Frontierland and Adventureland open at 9 o'clock. So, in worst case, you do Pan and you are right there underneath the tunnel to get into Liberty Square right at 9 at the second rope drop, and then you're right on Haunted Mansion, um, Big Thunder Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, any of those real quick.
Yeah.
George, you do not want a cookbook for me. Actually, I take that back. I'm a huge find recipes on Facebook kind of guy. I get tons and tons of recipes on Facebook, and I do quite a few of them actually.
Diane, I'll just respond. Thank you. I love doing the character signatures too. I love that y'all love them. And yeah, villain fan, so nice to send the cookbook. So yeah.
I like the question about the rope drop strategy. Frankly, my problem is I don't think Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Peter Pan are worth the 45 plus minute wait that you
I
have throughout the
agree.
day. So if you can knock either one of them out first thing and not wait in line for a long time, that's probably the way to go. Um, if you're willing to, I think a mine train in particular, be in line for that and ride it right around fireworks time or shortly after fireworks time, especially if you're willing to watch the fireworks from behind the castle, you can
Right.
then get over to mine train right after fireworks and the line may not be quite as bad. It's interesting. Um, all three of those rides, Tron, Dwarfs Mine Train, and Peter Pan, long lines, short rides.
Yep.
That's why the lines are so long. They can't put as many bodies on the ride as they do other rides that are longer in length.
Right. Yeah, Diane. I mean, Sam, I agree with you, Greg, too. Like, if you can't get on and catch them at a good spot, where maybe it's just a 30-minute or less line, I don't know.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is it's not worth, but I say that because I get to do it all the time. You guys who travel all the time might say 45 minutes. I mean, today, Jingle Cruise, 50-minute wait when we went through, we only actually waited 30. So,
Yeah. Well, you're right. If you're there on a week's vacation and you go once a year or once every 3 years,
yeah,
whatever, you're going to wait the time in line, right? Because otherwise, you're going to, after a week, you're going to be like, well, I rode 7 things because
yeah,
those were
we
the ones
did.
that were less than 15 minutes.
Right.
Now, I know Mets fan had said assume no lightning lanes, so I didn't mention them, but Tron and Seven North Mine Train do have the lightning lane single pass option. So
Okay.
if you were interested in, you could purchase one of those two. You can't have more than one in a day, but purchase one of those two. Then your rope drop strategy is now down to two rides that you're trying to decide one or the other, and you can knock out the third with a single pass. Uh,
Diane, we have no idea.
I have a guess. Um, it's probably a lot fewer than you might assume. And honestly, Disney just announced they're opening it up as of last Friday, the 22nd. All resort guests can get the Premier Pass, not just deluxe
Yeah.
resort guests, which tells me they weren't selling them. So we might as well expand the audience to potentially buy them. Yeah, Diane, I was definitely thinking less than 100. And we've talked about this before. So they go through the same line as the people that buy the multi pass. Okay. Disney has some mathematical algorithm that they utilize that says if I'm going to have 50,000 people in the park in a day, X percentage of those people should be in the standby line, X percentage of those people should be in the lightning lane line. So again, just bear with me on numbers. If they used to sell 500 multi passes in a day, just to make up a number, however many premier passes they're going to sell, they'll just deduct that from the number of multi passes that they're willing to
Right.
sell. It's still going to be 500. It's just a different makeup of both.
Tony, I know Mike's gonna say, I mean, they've done it every single year. I know we might not have talked about it like here on this live stream, but we've definitely talked about it on our podcast. And I know Mike had the dates that they always have them down. It's always down. So
I'm going to find it.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to find because I know I had written down
Yeah.
the dates.
Yeah, I forget what you said. In
It's
January.
it's usually right around the third week of January that it closes down. If we end the stream right now, I'd find the notes in like 30
Right.
seconds.
Michelle, what does single rider mean? We're all single riders essentially. So single rider is basically you will be put with another group. You will be split up from your group. You will not ride together. So if you wanted to ride with, your sister, that won't happen. You will be put with another group. You'll be put in a spot where there's only space for one person. So that is what single rider means, and it is very clear, spelled out that you will be split up from your group if you do choose the single rider option.
Tasha, when were you in Central Time? I'm confused. I did find my notes. So
Okay.
these were the closure dates of Skyliner over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
In 2022, Skyliner was closed January 23rd through the 28th.
Okay.
In 2023, it was closed January 22nd through the 29th. This past year, it was closed from January 16th through the 27th. Now, that was a longer period, but for part of it, it was just a portion
Yeah.
of the line from like Pop over to Hollywood, and then the other parts of Epcot was closed through different portions of that. Um, but yeah, so you can pretty much guess right around the third week of January to close to the end of January that Skyliner will be closed for refurbishment.
Yeah.
If you're staying at Pop Century, Art of Animation, Caribbean Beach Resort, or the Riviera, with the Skyliner down, there will be bus service to both Hollywood and Epcot.
Okay. Yeah. And like Brave said, single rider, you are a space filler.
Um, Some would say I'm a waste of space filler, but that's another topic. So
Oh, thank you.
Project Loop said, Mike, are you saying that the premium pass buyers replace some of the lightning lane? That's my perspective. That they know what percentage of the line of head count should be in the standby line and what percentage should be in the lightning lane line. If they used to sell 500 multi passes, and let's just say they now want to sell 100 premier passes, I don't believe they're increasing the lightning lane line by 100 people. I think they're reducing the number of multi pass to make room for the premier pass. Nobody has told me that. That's just my perception of line management.
Yeah.
Who says that? Oh, Amber. I was kidding. Thanks,
I
Brave. Appreciate that.
Project Loop. I think that ever since all of this has happened, like um I feel like the standby line goes by very quickly, and I feel like it's just gotten much better since I know we are not going to discuss it, but since the whole DAS thing got fixed and taken to the way that it is, everything, the line wait time is just not as long anymore. And I'm not saying it was because of DAS, but coincidentally, all of that has gone away and we now have lines that move.
Um, there's going to be some, I think, interesting dynamics in the next
Yeah.
8 months. You're going to have over a third of Animal Kingdom closed, right? I mean, there's not a lot over there, but there's not
Yeah.
a lot in
Right.
Animal Kingdom as it is.
Hey, Chris.
So that's going to be an interesting impact, hey, Chris, to how Animal Kingdom crowds are. And if those crowds are reduced significantly because of that, there's going to be strain on the other parks. Um, Getting Test Track to open back up is going to be huge for Epcot. That's going to help. I mean, you think about whether there's 500 people or 2,000 people in a ride line, those 2,000 people are gonna come from all the other lines to get into
Yep.
Tron or into Test Track, so that will help. Um, Once the nighttime parade opens at Magic Kingdom, I mean, your ride times at night could be non-existent. I mean, if you're willing to skip the parade and the fireworks at Magic Kingdom, you could probably walk on most rides in the evenings there. I think that'll be very interesting. The other big one that I don't think Disney could care less about is in the was it May 22nd when Epic Universe opens at Universal. Uh, There's there's going to be inherently a shift of traffic, whether it's for the first week, for the first month, for the first 3 months, whatever it is. There's
Right.
going to be an inherent shift in population there.
Yeah.
I have my fingers crossed it happens at least for the first 2 weeks because I'll be at Disney that second week.
Chris, happy Thanksgiving to you and Pops. I don't know if they've said how long. I think maybe, why do I think 2027 is when okay. So that's what it is.
2027 is when the Central Americas will open up. Central Americas,
Yeah. Is that right? Tropical Americas.
tropical Americas. Yeah, I knew Central wasn't right. So yeah, 2027 is when that is expected to open up. Um, I don't know if they'll do one grand opening of all of it or if they would open up portions at a time. That I don't know. But 2027, by all accounts, should be a massive
Yeah.
Disney year between Animal Kingdom opening that. Um, Monsters Inc. land or
Hey,
Monstropolis
Cindy.
land is supposed to open at Hollywood in 2027. Cars Land and Villains Land at Magic Kingdom are supposed to open in 2027. Um, so in 2027, if you go, Epcot should be a great park to be at because there's nothing new happening there. Hey, Cindy, welcome in. But yeah, timing is going to be interesting. Um, there's I think it's easy for us to see that they just announced where Monsters Inc. or Monstropolis is going to go at Hollywood, so they've not started anything. Th- They plan these announcements out. There's so much work going on. There's permits they have to file, all of
Yeah,
this sort of stuff. So much is happening. Janelle, you've mentioned it, I think, before, at least talking with me, that you take the train around Magic Kingdom and there's construction equipment back there that's
yeah.
moving earths already.
Hi, John.
When it comes, hey John, when it comes to probably Villains Land, I would imagine
Yeah,
there. Look, don't want to get into a conversation about how you feel about Liberty Bell and Tom Sawyer Island being closed down for Cars Land, but it would be fascinating to watch. Be there the day they drain that thing. Be there when they're pushing dirt and filling it all in. Um, whether and they've not announced when they're going to start that yet either, so I have no idea. There's been no mention of when things are going to close down. So if you have a trip coming up, say in the next 3 months, 6 months, maybe those two things will probably still be there. Whether you ride them or not, whether you've ever done them or not, take some pictures of the area because your next trip in
yeah.
2027 or beyond, it's going to look incredibly different.
Top
Incredibly
speed.
different.
Yeah, see you in 3 years.
Yeah.
Aliens, I was just thinking, I was like, there's gonna be walls all along that, but we're gonna have to go like on Tiana's to like look over.
Yeah. No, nobody will be looking at the castle on the top of Tiana's. They'll be looking
No,
there.
no,
See,
yeah. We're
but
like just gonna be trying to get a glimpse over there.
this is why there's no construction being done at Epcot. They're moving all those Epcot walls to the other three parks.
Yeah,
It's exactly. Hey, Unicorse. I think did we say her Ida earlier? I
yeah.
can't remember. I forgot. Uh, so it will be to me, all those other things, test track opening and the parade. Um, I'm really interested to see the impact with Epic Universe opening up. Um,
And we'll see.
I mean, I can't imagine that it wouldn't in those first few weeks impact Disney traffic. It
Yeah.
just seems logical that that would happen. Um, so we'll see how that goes. Um, it'll be fun to see.
Are those
I have
all
no
our
more.
questions?
I have no
Okay.
more questions that came in.
Okay.
I know somebody asked about the meetup. I'll mention it again. Our Dream Stream 2025 is scheduled for November 13th through the 15th. All Star Movies will be our base resort, if you will. We will. It'll likely fall on Christmas Party at Magic Kingdom. So those that are interested and want to do that, group of us will likely do that. I think we'll probably maybe that opening night do a quick meet and greet, and maybe go do a Christmas tree stroll at Disney Springs. We had what I think was a very successful Dream Stream in September. It was a lot of fun. Got to meet a lot of neat people, and it was exhausting. It was hot, so won't be that hot next November. That's for sure.
Um, yeah, my favorite Disney song is "Go the Distance" from Hercules. Let's see.
Let's see here. That's a good question, and I'd have to think about it for a little bit.
Okay.
The smarty pants in me, and this is someday science is going to want to study how my brain operates, but right away I went to hot diggity dog.
Hot diggity dog.
Probably not my favorite, but that's where my brain went. Chris wants to know what's your favorite ride at Disney. Oh, Janelle's got sound effects. Michelle, that is an amazing answer. I love that one. Absolutely love
Um,
that one.
so Michelle, me too. So that will make me cry. It always makes me think of my oldest son. It was his favorite movie, and so I love that. Um, Powerline. Okay, I'll turn it off. Um,
All right, so
Guardians. Okay, so what was the other question? Favorite Disney ride? Um, in Walt Disney World or of all of Disney, but I can still answer. It's still Guardians. So
yeah, I Guardians is absolutely the most thrilling ride, without a shadow of a doubt. And so I think that's usually most people's pick. I'm a huge Rise of the Resistance fan.
yeah.
I mean, that's an experience for feels like 20 minutes that you're 20, 30 minutes you're in there. Really cool experience. I think it's going to be really interesting. I'm really excited about the new
Hey Jason.
Monsters Inc. roller coaster where you're going through the all of the closet doors.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's going to be really cool. If they employ some of the skippers from Jungle Cruise, maybe there are a bunch of knock knock jokes when you go through with all those doors. Tron, Chris, I love Tron too. I Most people they like it,
Well,
but
I
they don't
like
like how short
Tron.
it is. They
Still
don't
not
like
my
how short
first.
it is the problem. I, roller coasters that are smooth are just wonderful. They're great. Tower of Terror is another fun one. I know that's one of Amber's favorites. If she's still on with us. Um, I mean, she loved it so much last year that she was screaming the whole time.
Most sentimental ride.
Big Thunder is great. Now, I didn't write the dates down, but it does close in January
The
for a
six. The six.
full year plus renovation. No opening date in 2026 for it.
I love the train. Sentimental. I can
Hmm.
remember riding it with my oldest son. And the crazy thing I remember, because right like now, if you go on the train, no drinks or eating. And I can just remember like it was just us. I don't remember people around, and I can remember our feet were hurting and we were tired. And we went to the confectionery and bought like candy and took candy on it. And just, I was like, this is the best train ride ever. Like, and it was just we ate our snacks, and maybe we weren't supposed to be eating our snacks. I don't know, but it's just I love the train. It makes me think of my son every time. I mean, each ride, like I mean, I just rode Triceratops spins with Chase, and when we went on his first flight of passage together, so I could name one for every Ainsley. Shoot, it's everything with her, but
Uh,
um I mean, that's just what I remember.
and I think that the answer about most sentimental is really ties into exactly what you said. It's based on family and
Yeah,
experience, right?
yeah,
And so for me, it's either the train or Haunted Mansion because
yeah.
those were my mom's two favorites. Um,
Thank you, Dan. And AOP, I mean, thank you for the comment on the bags. My most disliked ride, oh, I know yours is Small World, Gary.
oh,
My my oh, Mission Space.
down, yes, yes,
Do not
absolutely.
like. I do
Orange,
not.
green, I don't care. Pick whatever color you want. No,
Yeah, I
that
just do
ride is
not like
wrong.
the closed in feeling, claustrophobia. Oh,
Yeah,
um,
that one, no doubt about it.
yeah,
Project Loop, I like that. Spaceship Earth, People Mover for your
two good
sentimental.
ones, very good ones.
I was going to go back. So, Chris, we did talk about Muppets 3D earlier being taken down.
Yeah.
It's it hurts a little because
Oh
that
my
was Steve
gosh,
Benson's last. Um,
Loop. How's Mission Space your favorite? I've never heard anybody say that.
yeah, I've never, ever, ever. Yeah, Michelle, Alien Encounter. I mean, now you're getting into the rides that are no longer there.
Yeah,
Um, I
with
still
good
think,
reason.
I mean, gosh, that ride was there. They had the what Stitch's Great Escape. That's such a big area, and they've never done anything up with it again.
Nothing.
Not a fan of Small World because of the boats. I get
Hmm.
that. I understand that, Michelle. Um, that's that's another to me. That's a sentimental ride. It's been there since the park opened. If you're super old like me, and you've been to the park, back in the '70s when it was open, you can reflect back on what was there and isn't any longer, and what was there and still is, and so that to me adds a little sentimental value to the whole thing. But that's fun. Did we miss a question? Most hated ride used to be submarine one. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? You- But you like Mission Space?
Yeah,
What
that's
on
yeah.
what on earth? Yep, Chris, Small World song does get stuck in the head. That song plays on average 1,200 times per day.
Wow. Drummer Space Mountain is your favorite. It's a good one. And again,
Yes.
I mean, I've been on that one with Ainsley. Like, I don't know. Like, I can just how many times I've ridden Space Mountain with Ainsley.
Yeah, my mom does not do thrill rides, but she'll ride Space Mountain because she doesn't know where she's turning and going next.
Okay.
If they turn the lights on, she'd probably say, I'm not riding it. Oh, Primeval Whirl. Darla, yes,
Oh,
that's another one that was.
Ainsley and I love that. We love Primeval World.
Okay, Pops V asked favorite restaurant at Magic Kingdom. At Magic Kingdom or at Walt Disney World? Pops. Inside of Magic Kingdom,
Favorite restaurant? Are we talking quick serve or do you want
I was going to just answer generically. So, and inside
okay,
Magic Kingdom, if I have to
restaurant?
pick one, it's Crystal Palace for breakfast for me.
Yeah.
If I could only pick one.
And he
Okay,
said
yep.
MK.
MK, yep. So it would be Crystal Palace breakfast. Mickey Churro Waffle for the win. 8 days a week, baby.
And then I mean quick service. I'm really liking Pecos Bill's new menu. Liberty Tree is good too, Darla. But if
Yep.
you're gonna pick breakfast, I definitely am with Mike on the Crystal Palace. And then quick service, I'm gonna pick Columbia Harbor House or Pecos Bills now.
I'd probably pick Pecos Bills. It's hard not to sit and watch Sunny Eclipse, though, over in
Yeah.
Tomorrowland performing. Yeah, Liberty Tree is a good one. But yeah, Crystal Palace breakfast. Most of those, for me, if those restaurants that serve breakfast, lunch, dinner, I'll pick breakfast more often than not because they're just so good. Whether it's Crystal Palace or Ohana at the Poly. Um, Janelle knows this. Tusker House is my absolute favorite. Over at Animal Kingdom, breakfast is amazing there.
Yeah. Also good.
Yeah. What's your favorite restaurant outside of the parks, but within the Disney bubble?
Steakhouse 71 or Boathouse.
Okay. Very good picks.
It's so funny because somebody what was it the other day? And somebody was like, I went to your favorite place. And I was like, what did I say?
Yes. Yes. I know. We really should re-listen to these before you post them out.
I
Homecoming, yes, Darla. I was going to
love
mention that one.
Homecoming. Jomo,
Homecoming's
yes.
good. Um,
Homecoming is one of our favorites as well. But like when you have to narrow it down,
if you're, I mean, to me, good food, good atmosphere. Whispering Canyon is a lot of fun
yep.
at um, Wilderness Lodge.
Ale and Compass or
Oh,
Shula. Yeah.
Diane Shula, the most tender steak I've ever had in
Shula's.
my life. I swear I could have cut that steak with a plastic fork. That's how tender that meat was.
Um,
Ooh,
all right. I
favorite
know
show.
George asked streaming for Android or I'm gonna say just use whatever you have. I wouldn't go out and buy new anything. I would use the phone that you have and go from there.
Yeah, I would agree.
Daily Fast Pass says Grand Floridian Cafe, Ohana Steakhouse 71, the monorail loop of full tummies. Yes. I mean,
Mm.
Grand Floridian is amazing as well. Been there for breakfast.
At, oh yeah, that one. And then you also have 1900 Park Fair at Grand Floridian that
Yeah.
opened not too long ago. Chris asked, "What's your favorite show at Disney to go watch?"
Mm. I
So,
mean,
so let's see. At Hollywood, you'd have Indiana Jones stunt show,
Beauty and the
Frozen,
Beast.
Frozen Ever After, and Beauty and the Beast.
So I'm gonna say Beauty. I love the Frozen show.
Yeah, I
Frozen
think
show is great.
that's pretty
Jomo,
easy.
I hear that Flying Fish. I want to take Tim. We are gonna go very soon to go to Flying Fish and Boma.
Um, Magic Kingdom. What would you consider the shows at Magic Kingdom? Obviously, stage show.
Yeah, we have
Um,
Friendship Fair. Are you talking? I don't know. Are we saying that the Tiki Room is an attraction? Are the
yeah,
Country Bears a show or an attraction?
I mean, if you're going to call that a show, then
Um,
do you call um, the Hall of Presidents a show? Do you call
yeah, so
Carousel of
that's
Progress a
yeah.
show?
So
There's,
no,
I
I
think it's
just
just a
saying
stage show.
yeah. And then at Festival, I mean, you have Festival of the Lion King and Nemo, and they're both really, really good, but I'm gonna pick Festival of the Lion King. And then at Epcot, I love the Voices of Liberty.
Yeah. For me, though, if you're picking one, Festival of the Lion King is by far the best daytime show in any of the four parks for me. That one's still. I mean, the energy in there when you watch it is just. I mean, you've streamed it before. It's been a while, but you've streamed it before. Watching the stream is one thing, but being inside that auditorium, the energy is just off the
Yeah.
charts.
Um,
Um, Go ahead.
Diane, I feel like I've only heard good things about 1900 Park
Yeah,
Fair. I have not heard anything like horrible about it. So,
Gary.
what is your favorite nighttime parade? I mean, I don't know. I know I've seen a nighttime parade because I have pictures of it, but I don't know which one it was. So,
It's been so long, I can't remember the names of them.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Lion King. Yeah, of course, Mojo or Jomo, Lion King. Yeah, Lion King is just phenomenal. It's almost a shame that the Nemo show is in the same park because both of those shows are really,
yeah,
really
they're
good.
really good.
It's too bad they don't have maybe Nemo over at Epcot over by the
Yeah.
land and the Seas buildings.
Yeah. Spectrum Magic. Thank you, Project Loop.
Yep, love that. Love Spectrum
Yeah,
Magic.
Diane, I'm
Yeah,
interested to see what you think of it. Like I said, I know people who have gone there and have just had a lovely time. So,
absolutely. And you get I think some unique characters that you
yeah,
don't get elsewhere.
yeah,
Which is that's one of the we when people ask us about restaurants and character breakfast or character dining, um, there's probably in my mind three factors for character meals. One is the food, right? You don't want to pay that money
yeah,
and have food that you don't like, so that's important. The characters. I mean, if your child absolutely adores Lilo or Stitch, then you got to do Ohana
yeah,
for that purpose alone. And then convenience of location, I guess, would be the other thing. You don't want to go to Ohana for breakfast if that's your Animal Kingdom day,
yeah.
right? That sort of thing. So those are my kind of three guidelines, if you will. Yep,
Uh,
Main
uh,
Street Electrical Parade. I remember that one,
yeah.
Gary.
Chris says, do you have a favorite popcorn bucket that you own? I know Mike's is right above him. Toy Soldier Mickey. I own. Let me see.
I also have this guy that I brought back.
Uh, I mean, I have Skeleton Mickey, and then I also have 100th anniversary popcorn bucket here that I really love. But I love my Skeleton Mickey. So,
See you,
I don't,
Jomo. Happy
I
Thanksgiving.
yeah, happy Thanksgiving. I Well, I was gonna say we probably wrap up and give everybody the opportunity to go watch fireworks if they want to. Um, but I don't really collect. I'm not trying to get into the popcorn collecting business at all.
She doesn't have
I do
enough wall space.
I do not have room at all. So, I mean, this one's literally hanging off of a lounge fly bag just there because I had to take it off the shelf because I didn't have any other room.
Yeah. I will say this, whether it's one of these fancy popcorn buckets or just the standard plastic popcorn bucket, those are bring them back to the park. You can get
Yeah,
discounted refills. I think it's like two and a quarter or somewhere in that neighborhood. It's my
mm,
understanding they're no longer refilling into those, but they're giving you the
yeah,
cardboard
they
box
give you
of
the
popcorn.
cardboard thing.
So it's far cheaper. And look, if I'd gotten this 10 years ago, I could still take it today and get the discounted refills. They do not expire, which I think is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
That's what can go on my wall. I have two, Amber. Two. I'm hoping this weekend when Tanner is home from college, he can help me move some furniture in my office, and I'll have a tall shelf behind me that I can showcase my collection of drink mugs, the popcorn buckets, whatever else I got laying around here.
I agree, Diane. Where's our $2 cupcakes?
Yeah. Well, I'll, ooh, I'll just grab this one. It's handy. One of my probably dozen coffee or drink mugs that we got, refillable mugs from the resorts.
Mhm.
These are now, I think, 21.99 or something like that per person, and it's good through the length of your stay. I wish they'd sell, I don't care, $50, $75, one of these that you could refill in the parks. I think they would sell a ton of them. And I would absolutely love it.
Pops V, one last question. Yeah. Greatest experience at any
Ooh,
Disney park? I don't
I
know.
love that question.
Okay. Well, I got mine too. And
Go
it
ahead.
doesn't involve my family, but it's when I got to go to Club 33. Like, mm, it's an experience that I might not ever get again. So I'm still gonna go with it was such a great experience.
Th- That's such a, I mean, it's a
It
great
is. Oh,
question.
it's so hard. I was
And
like, oh
I mean, it's hard to pick one because as soon as you say one, you think of another. And you're
yeah.
like, oh gosh, what
No,
about that?
no. I already
And
thought of another after that.
well, yeah. And so we've had something similar to this.
Yeah.
And Janelle thought she knew for sure exactly what my answer was going to be. And when she told me what it was, I'm like, oh crap, maybe that is my favorite. But I
Yeah.
think for me, it has to be and will forever be when I was 6 years old on the ferry boat going across from the parking lot to the Magic Kingdom. And I look out to the left, and there's a speedboat and a rope and Goofy water skiing behind that boat. I don't know that you could ever replace that experience.
Right.
Um, yeah, Janelle's that she thought I was going to say was when Tanner was 2 years old and he had princess lip marks all over his face from seeing the princesses. And again, I can never replace that either. So it sits right up there. It's hard to pick one.
Yeah. I let y'all have great I mean, and I would say like my experience, um, I guess to go where Walt was, to go where Walt like, when you're looking down in Disneyland, like you can only imagine Walt building this place to be able to watch everybody, and everything. And to go into the bathroom that, Lily and Disney decorated and it's all original and I'm just like in awe of being in there. And I'm sure there's lots of other locations that I would be in awe if I got to, go in there. But um thank you, Katie. You'll never forget Janelle singing the ABC song with Snow White. Again, very memorable. That was a great day. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Brave. I don't know that he retired. I think Disney realized, wait a minute, there's alligators in this water. Get Goofy out of there. I think that's what happened. Um, and it's a moving target, really. In
Yeah,
2020, we went there. Lori and I and Tanner, my parents went, and it was during COVID. And so it was a very
I love
different
that.
dynamic there. But my mom had said that that was going to be the last time she went, and so there were a lot of things in that trip that became incredibly precious and memorable. Well, now that she has a great grandson and we're going to go next year with him for the first time, guess who's going to Disney? My mom. And so it becomes now this next trip, maybe that'll be the last time she ever goes. And so I'm going to hold on to a lot of the
Yeah.
experiences there. Could be the last time I ever ride the train with my mom or Haunted Mansion with her, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, so that just came like before you even said that, I'm like, well, going to the parks with my parents, like my mom, I was there, um last 4th of July, and my dad and stepmom recently, and that was, in July, and all that, like riding the teacups and us all squeezing in, like, yeah, like all of that. Such great memories.
Well, I think it's just normal. The older you get, the more you hold on to things that
Yeah,
you might not have thought was as important or valuable or
yeah,
memorable when you were younger. I mean, I to this day I remember like it was yesterday walking Tanner to his first day of kindergarten.
right.
I don't even know if I walked either one of the other two kids to their first day of kindergarten. I was just a lot younger back then, and things weren't
Right,
as sentimental or memorable.
right.
Chris asked favorite Disney character members in the parks.
Um, I don't know. Yeah, they are Pops V. Um, Favorite characters. I mean, I love Chippendale. I don't know. I love them all,
I was
but
going to say Chip and Dale.
Chippendale are a great meet and greet. It's so goofy. I love
Yeah,
Donald.
yeah. Oh, Donald's.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Janelle, I think you were with us the, in May when we came down a year ago, and you met Tanner for the first time.
Hmm.
And I don't know if you remember or not, but we went and saw Mr. and Mrs. Incredible.
Oh yeah,
And Mr. Incredible it was like trying to wedge himself between Tanner and Mrs. Incredible.
yeah.
It was just such a cute interaction.
It was.
And I as I mentioned them when Tanner was 2, we took him to see Mr. and Mrs. Incredible. We went and saw Mr. and Mrs. Incredible, and we took a picture of Tanner, flexing along with Mr. Incredible. And the next year we went, Lori had taken that picture and put it on a shirt. And we went and Tanner saw Mr. and Mrs. Incredible with the shirt on, and they just thought it was so cool. They had us wait. They brought Frozone out, so we got a picture with all three of them together, which is, again, another one of those memorable things.
Yeah.
Chipmunkosaurus, I love that. It's a really good one, Diane.
Yeah.
Um, and Janelle will probably be able to say this better than I can, but some of the best characters experiences are at the special ticketed events, the Halloween party, the Christmas party. You see some characters in some of those that you don't get to see during regular park hours or park days.
Yeah. Yeah.
So those are pretty cool too.
Right.
I flash back to when Phineas and Ferb used to be a character meet and greet at Hollywood Studios. Love them.
And now they're only at Jollywood.
Exactly.
All right. So are you ready to wrap up?
I think we can wrap for the night. I'm sure Janelle will say the same, but we are incredibly thankful for all of you. We appreciate the fact that you join us every Wednesday evening um, and listen to one of us talk a lot and listen to watch the other one shake her head at the guy who talks a lot. So we appreciate you for joining us. We appreciate your support on the Park Life podcast. Without all of you, we wouldn't be able to do this, and so we're thankful for you for that. I am incredibly thankful for Janelle and the opportunities that she provides me to be able to do this with her. We wish all of you a very safe,
Yeah.
very happy, very healthy Thanksgiving. Um, it's a great day to be alive. Make sure you, as Janelle Shirt says, um, make sure you enjoy it. Um, thank those that are around you for what they do for you day in and day out. If you have a chance tomorrow, go knock on a neighbor's door and wish them a happy Thanksgiving. Make a difference for somebody tomorrow.
Yep. Thank you, Mike. Thankful for you. And stay safe, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Gary, go back inside with your family. And
Gary wants us to keep talking for another
oh,
hour.
Gary does. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. even if you don't celebrate, have a wonderful, wonderful night and day, and we will see you next time.
Yep.
Happy
Take care,
birthday,
everybody.
Mike.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all. Have a great night. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.